Mate. Whew. Good morning. Good morning. Ghost immobilizer. I'm joking, that's not the code, hold on. That's the one. So, what is going on? You beautiful, lovely people, especially you watching. Yeah, I'm talking about you. See you there, eating your cornflakes. Actually, when is this video gonna go live? Friday. I see you there, sitting down, cracking open a nice little beer. Lovely. So, actually, I like joining Slip Road. Let me put it in Sports Plus. What is, oh, gearbox and that. If you're going in Sports Plus, whack the thing over to the left and also put that in Sports as well. And you get those like, those changes, no, those, them ones. Let's go again. Here we go. Basildon. Okay, now back into Eco Pro because I'm poor and I can't afford fuel. So, as you would guess by the thumbnail and the title, we're off to Dub Customs today. We're going to be fitting some spacers. So, people are going to be like, but Tim, you have not lowered your car. Why are you putting on the spacers to make the booty come wide when you have not even lowered the thing? The wheels sit a bit too in the arches. I'll do loads of B-roll and show you guys that after. But I think if I can get the spacers out to where I have, so I've got BIMECC spacers, 12mm on the front, 15 on the back, which is the Motec stance, if you want to call it that. Are you just going to join the okay, rah, what are you doing, governor? So, as I was saying, 12mm, 15mm, I've just gone for that because I want to see how it looks first, and then if I do really think that, you know what, it looks quite silly, then I'll drop the springs and obviously put them in. With me wanting to do a few track days, which I'll talk about in a moment, it would make sense for me to change the springs because it is very floaty. It doesn't give me that much confidence, especially in the wet, which is again down how you drive, etc. But with the springs, it probably will allow the car to hunker down a bit better. So when you floor it, obviously with it being rear wheel drive, it will push, it kind of sits and then goes. And if I've got the springs a bit firmer and a bit more lower at the back, it probably will give me a lot more like support and a bit more stability, obviously through corners and whatnot. Putting on these spacers where they're only 12 and 15, they're not going to do, I don't think, anything to the drive. It might help probably 3 or 4% due to having that wider track. And obviously if you've got wider track, it should mean less body roll. But again, unless you're hitting 20mm, 30, 40mm spacers, then you're going to really notice. And then you've got that little, that stance, that JDM stance. Oh my days, stance. A little bit of space here. Let's give it the beans. Woo. Yeah, you better indicate. You better come out of. Yes, boss. So obviously, like I said, we're obviously going to do the spacers today. Obviously leading on to that, it might be the springs, it might not be. I think it might be because it might make sense. But more importantly, I want to actually do a track day. So it is like something that I really want to do, obviously without having that much experience other than Forza, Gran Turismo and Drive Club. So it would be very, very good for me to go on there. I might be looking at tuition as well, so that might be an option. But for me, I really want to always test what I'm doing to the car, so it's not just always like for cosmetics, not just because everyone else is doing it. I want to see whether it's actually necessary and how much it changes the car. That's why I want to do track days as often as possible. The track day I am looking at is Snet, so Snedterton. I always don't know how to say it, but somebody called it Snet the other day, and I was like, easy life. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing Snet. I will be looking at the calendar, see where I can get in. My only thing is where I plan to go with the car in terms of like downpipes, exhaust. There's loads of track regulations, obviously sound problems and drive-bys and static tests and stuff like that. I don't want to do and spend all that money and then find out that I'm gonna have to. Am I gonna go or you're gonna? I'm gonna go. Come on, mate. Cheers, mate. Lovely. Yeah, I don't want to spend all of that cash for me then to find out that I'm gonna have to take all of those parts off just to do my track days, because it's a bit of a faff having to do bolt on, bolt off, bolt on, bolt off, bolt off, bolt off, bolt off. Try and say that 7 times. Right now, pause the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. and try and say bolt on, bolt off 10 times and count with your fingers. Bolt on, bolt off, bolt on, bolt off. You can do it 10 times, call me, I'll give you £100. I'm chatting rubbish, you're not having £100. But yeah, pulling up to Dub now. The notorious Dub Customs, who are the ballers in this business in terms of getting everything that's PPF, that's anything you can imagine on your car. They do it. They are the absolute ballers. Love those. They're like my brothers right there, the bros. So yeah, as I was saying, I just want to be sure that every mod I do is definitely going to be something that can stay on the car, because I'm not someone to say, yep, take that off for this, take that off for that. But yeah, we'll get into that in another video. But yeah, for now, we're pulling up here. Just gonna go in, say hello to the lads, see what needs to be done, and then we'll get mining and get the job done. Okay, so over here you can see we've got the package here. So we've got the 12mm and the 15mm spacers. I don't know which one's in which box. It's just not a little game here. Definitely follow CM Wheels. So again, big shout out to them because they're the ones that have hooked me up. Also, we've got the security nuts here. Bear in mind that there are bolts. So the bolts that come with it, you're going to have longer ones for the 15s at the back and shorter ones slightly, just ever so slightly for the front. So bear that in mind. They do come packaged very well. And again, you've got the security nuts over here. Don't know how well you can see it because of the reflective glare, but yeah, security nuts. We're going to obviously do the fronts first, and on the front you can see here, don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but those are the 12, so we're going to work on the fronts first. And there you go, they are hub centric. So again, they've got this little lip on it, which means it's going to sit on the hub, and obviously the tyre is going to sit on the lip here as well. So hub centric means it's all going to be nice and centered. So the first thing we're going to be doing is obviously loosening the nuts off, using the security nut as well, loosen everything off. Once we've done that, then obviously we'll jack the car off, whip the wheel on, put the spacer on, and then we'll have a look. But yeah, so far this is how it looks. In case you are wondering, this is how it is sitting currently. So head on, that is how it looks from the front. Again, where the car is black and the camera's probably not all that, that's how it looks. So it isn't poking out, but you can see it is slightly lost in the arches here. You cannot see it, which isn't too bad, but I just want to give it a little bit more stance. So that's going to just give it out a tiny bit more. So yeah, that's how it looks. But what we'll do anyway, we'll do one side and then we'll obviously go to the other side. Also, I'm going to be filming this next part on the GoPro, just something I'm going to try and do now because it's probably easier, and eventually I'm hoping to switch over to a smaller setup and not the setup that I use for weddings, etc, etc. But yeah, let's get on. Okay, so as you can see, the wheel has come off. In terms of this area here, I'm going to give it the once over with a wire brush, simply because I just wanted the spacer to fit on nice and flush, and if there is any grit or any sort of rust, it's very important to clean this area up, because that way you get good fitment. If you don't have good fitment, you never know. And where this is obviously a wheel sort of job, anything to do with tyres, you've got to be very, very careful, because obviously they're the only thing keeping you in contact with the road. But yeah, let's give it a clean up and then we'll put the spacer on. Okay, so as you can see here, it has been mated up. There's been no issues whatsoever, and the sign off a good cleaned area and a good fitment is the fact that it can just spin. So it's just sitting on there by itself and it can just slide. It's not like jagging, if that's a word. It's not catching anything because it's really, really smooth. So again, big thumbs up to CM Wheels for sorting these out. And again, if you are interested, Spacer 10 for £10 off. You can see these are the original bolts. So you can see you're obviously going to need longer ones, and the longer ones are in here. So I'll have a quick show you in this box here. Sorry, just get the right box. There we go, labelled front and labelled rear. We'll be back in a second. So you can see there is a big difference between the ones that come with it and the ones that are the original ones. So definitely make sure you get new locking bolts and obviously new bolts, because they're going to have to be longer, because obviously you've got a bit in between the tyre. But yep, that's all said and done. Now we're just going to do everything in reverse, put the tyre back on, bolt everything back down, and obviously use our new security bolts to ensure that no one's going to go away from your wheel. Also, it comes with a little sticker, so if you do lose the security, you can just ring them up and give them the code on the sticker, and they'll send you out the correct security loosener, bolt, whatever the word is. But yeah, that said, let's put it all back together. This is the side that hasn't been done, so if I just go in line with it, you can see how much it protrudes there, so just like literally a finger length. And now if we go from the front here, you can see all of that tyre. So yes, this is all tyre, and again, don't look at the wear on the tyre, this is a common thing on the cars I've seen on forums, but yeah, that is the difference. So again, from the top, you can see from there to there, that's how much the 12mm adds. That nice thickness from the front. And then on the front here, you can see, let's just get a little zoom in, just make it a bit easier. If we're in line here, that's how much it protrudes, so that's me bang on in line, as opposed to this, bang on in line, and we've got all of that meat there, all of it. So yeah, overall, I'm very impressed. It does give it a better stance. Again, probably when I drive it out, it will lower, because it does look like there's a big gap here right now. But yeah, looks much better already. 100%. If I'm looking at just this side, obviously it will drop once I take it outside compared to this side. This side looks a bit lost. So again, from the other side, just trying to give you guys as many angles as possible. That's how it looks from this side. From the side there, you can see it's kind of just lost in the arch slightly, especially if you look at the top bit. Now we'll go around the back and back here to the business part, and again you can see straight away, if we go in line, it's where it lives, it's where it needs to be. I might probably end up with some curb rash, obviously, with how the wheel's protruding, so maybe mud guards, I don't know, we'll have a look, but looks wicked, looks absolutely bonkers. So yeah, let's do the other side. So I'm not going to show you the other side actually, because it's the exact same like process, but yeah, once I do both sides, I have once over, then we'll get to the back. Okay, so as you can see, we have now fitted both sides, and from the front, massive difference, a lot more stance. We will go outside after and take some better pictures, better images, whatnot, but yeah, it is looking the nuts. If you want to see better pictures, again, head over to Instagram, you'll see loads of pictures, but yeah, it is looking the nuts. For time purposes and just to like not bore you guys out, I'm going to obviously do the rears now. It is the exact same method, but obviously we're using the 15mm. It is very important to make sure you use a torque wrench. So when you saw me doing it on a time lapse on this side, you saw I was doing it like to the once over. This is tyres, guys, so this is obviously what's keeping you in contact with the road, as I said, and you want to be very careful, because you want to ensure that your tyres are not going to fall off, bearing in mind it's going to be very fatal if you do. But yeah, I'm going to get the rears done, and then I'll be back to you guys in a minute. We'll probably take it outside. I don't know if I'll give it a wash or not. In fact, I'll take it outside, give it a wash, and then once I do that, then I'll show you guys some B-roll and show you how it looks. But yeah, let's crack on with the back. Okay, so as you can see, this is the side that hasn't been done. So again, from the back, you cannot see any tyre apart from the bottom. Now, if we just travel over this way, laterally, straight away, you can see there's a difference. So it does need to be lowered, which would help it slightly. But judging by that, and again, like I said, once we go outside, make your final judgment then. So don't even think about getting in the comments yet and slagging me off. Take your time, slag me off later. But yeah, definitely big difference. Again, the car is slightly risen because obviously I haven't turned it on. Once you put it in drive, it will just hunker down a bit more. Okay, so I've come back from my drive, and what I can say is that it hasn't changed the car. So in terms of handling, not going to beat around the bush, it hasn't changed the car dramatically as expected. But what I can say, it definitely has enhanced the stance, if that is even rhyming. I don't know if I'm allowed to rhyme on YouTube, but it has enhanced the stance, definitely. Again, you've got to see it in person to believe it, but it definitely looks a lot better with this stance that it has here. The fronts 100%, and especially the rear. The wheels have now come out of the arches, which is a lot better. And again, from the side, you can see that it looks the nuts. It looks very, very good. So the gap is quite a lot. So if you want to go home and finger your car, it's up to you. Like, excuse the pun, but 3 fingers here. But it's more flush. It is slightly inside, but again, it's way better than it was before. But again, you can see here, I can put 3 fingers in here. And on the rear, if you go in here, 3 fingers in there. So we are going to reduce that gap with springs, whether that's going to be the next video, or whether we're going to go for the Remus, I'm not too sure, but one of them is coming in the next video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yes guys, as usual, massive thanks for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification button, because it all helps on the channel. The channel will grow with your support, I believe. Many more reviews to come and loads more mods to come on this car. But yes guys, thanks for watching as usual. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a like if you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. God bless.